Hey guys, so I'm going to talk about how to date when you're shy, introverted, or reserved today, because I get asked that question a lot. And quite honestly, many of my clients struggle with that. And even I, years ago, I actually used to have real trouble, like even just talking to people. I was really socially awkward. I had a lot of social anxiety, but there is a way to build your social skills, reduce, I guess you say, the nerves, the anxiety, maybe the shyness, to get yourself out there and get you on dates. So I'm gonna give you just one thing you need to practice today to start this process of kind of easing and calming the mind down so that you actually do what you want to do. All right, so first and foremost, I want to separate the definition of introvert and shyness, or it's reserved, or being anxious. It's really easy to clump all of those traits, I guess you'd say, together. However, they're quite different. There are some things you can change about yourself, like habits, and there are other things you can't, like your personality. When someone is introverted, like I am introverted, believe it or not. Some people don't think so, but I really am. I'm just obviously very social with you guys on video, but if you put me in a big room with a lot of people, I crawl into a shell. Anyways, but what introversion is, it's a part of who you are. And the definition of that is when you recharge alone or in very small settings with your close family or friends or people just close to you in general. And introverts prefer more meaningful conversations rather than small or surface level talk. That's what introversion is. It's just part of who you are. It's how you recharge. I'm an introvert. I can be social. I can talk to people, but that does not mean that I'm shy, or it doesn't mean that I'm reserved. Those are separate things. So with that stated, I want to state that because introversion is not a weakness. I hear a lot of people say, oh, I'm introverted, so it's hard for me. Or I'm introverted and that's probably why girls don't like me. That's not the case. That's part of who you are. So recognize that, be proud of it, and just notice you recharge by yourself. That's okay. You're an introvert who is trying to find someone. That's simply it. However, obviously, with shyness to the point where it stops you from actually talking to someone or making a move or trying something new, that's what hinders your dating experience, and that is what can be changed. I'm pretty sure maybe if you have a job right now, you had to learn how to be on job interviews. You had to come out of your shell, get a little uncomfortable, because if you want a job, you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to talk to customers. You're going to have to talk to your boss on these interviews. So this is something that you can change. It's a habit. It's something that you are able to get better at. Like, that's why I talked about social skills in the beginning of this video, because that's something you can grow in, and anybody can. All right. So one thing that's going to really help at least kickstart this journey so that you can at least reduce, I don't want to completely say shyness, because shyness, the core of that is the fear of, well, what others think of you, and the concern of what others think of you. That's when shyness really gets in the way. Some people are just shy, but it doesn't really get in the way of what they do. However, the anxiety builds, the nerves build when you are thinking of the future or the past. The future is when you're worried about what others are gonna do if you say something like that. Are they gonna think you're weird? What if he does this, or what if she does that? Or if you think about the past, which is, well, this has happened to me before. She's rejected me before. I'm pretty sure she's gonna reject me again. The moment you get out of the present moment, that is when the nerves, the overthinking, the anxiety builds. And that is what stops you from actually meeting someone or talking to someone. So I can't even say that shyness really stops you. It also can be a part of you. However, the nerves can, the overthinking can, the ruminating thoughts, the overanalyzing, that is what stops you from, well, doing what you actually want to do, which is talk to someone or talk to that person. So the technique I want to share with you today is the first step to reducing, I guess, the thoughts, reducing the anxiety that builds, because the goal here is to calm your mind down. Think about it. When your mind calms down, that's when you just do whatever your mind wants to do. There's no question, there's no doubt. You just do it because your mind isn't questioning anything. So that's our goal. And the first step to doing that, and the one technique I hope you practice moving forward whenever you feel kind of that anxiety or the mental barriers come up, like you're thinking a lot. When that happens, be aware that that's happening and practice grounding. That's it. Grounding. And what is grounding really? Grounding is a technique that brings you to the now. It brings you to the present moment. And there are a lot of different techniques to grounding, but the most helpful I'm going to share today, because usually in the dating world, it's happening live at that moment. Like you're about to talk to someone or you're on a date and you're starting to overthink and you're starting to get nervous. So you need a quick grounding technique. So grounding with any kind of physical, you're basically with your physical body, usually helps the most. So what do I mean by that? What kind of examples? For me, I actually ground by having this, like I have a bracelet right here. And whenever I start having thoughts or I overthink, like what can happen, I kind of just snap this. And then for some reason, because of the touch it has on my skin, I naturally get snapped back into the now. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm here. I'm not there. I'm not in the future. I'm here. So it immediately calms me down and reduces the kind of the fast-paced heartbeat that's happening. Other techniques are breaths. So you just take 2, 3 big deep breaths to bring yourself in the now. Another grounding technique is also feeling your feet. For some people, they like to feel their feet. They kind of move their toes to recognize they are grounded on this earth, and that works. And last but not least, another one that some of my clients have used is called when you go over, you feel your crown. I call it just the crown. I call it one word. And all that is putting your hand on your forehead. And for some reason, that like I said, the physical touch, the touch of it here, right here, is just gold. It it immediately makes you remember, I am here right now, and I am worrying about something that's not actually here. So that's the first practice. So I challenge you in the beginning of this or in the beginning of this journey of helping you overcome this shyness and this overthinking and caring too much about what other people think, the first thing you need to do is make sure in those moments you calm yourself down. And then obviously there's more after that in regards to, well, what do you actually do so that you can actually talk to the person? But before you even do that and learn any strategies of the how-tos, what kind of open liners you should use, we got to learn how to calm your mind down and ease anxiety and the nerves. And usually when you start practicing that and you start doing what you actually want to do and your mind doesn't stop you from it, that's when you start realizing, oh, maybe I can do it. Maybe I'm not actually that shy as I thought or that reserved. For me, I really thought I was just a shy person. But then when I started challenging myself more back in college and just talking to anyone and saying hi and not being afraid anymore and calming my mind down before it happens, I recognized I'm actually not that shy. I'm pretty friendly, I'm social, but still an introvert. Right? So try that technique, try it out for everyone. Well, if you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you define yourself as shy, introverted, or reserved. But I hope that helps. Try that out first. And then I will have extra content for you in regards to the actual strategies of it all. But I just wanted to talk about that today. Look out for my other videos for more. But obviously I don't want this to be a long video for you. So yeah, get out there, try that. Next time a barrier comes up, bring yourself to the present moment. And that's how you reduce those thoughts. Hope that helps, guys.